Hey everyone, this is Adam Keith, formerly known as Adam Russo, and thank you for subscribing. If you haven't, please do. I will be talking about my transition from, just try to get some light there, from the porn industry to the mainstream industry, and mainstream movies and TV. And I've been taking classes and have an acting coach and whatnot and going on auditions. So I went to an audition on Tuesday, this past Tuesday, for a pilot. And it's an interesting concept. I was playing the mirror image of the lead character. He's kind of arguing with himself. So after finally getting information from the producer or whoever it was that I should look up a addiction monologue, which I did. I basically wrote mine, knew it by heart. I'm driving over there. I'm playing kind of music to make me feeling very emotional and getting ready for this. And so I'm on the verge, So I get in and I sign in, and nobody knows what's going on. They're all like, are there sides? Are there sides? So there's no sides there. There's no one has any sides. And I said, well, they told me to do a monologue. And they're like, oh. And apparently I'm the only one they told to do a monologue. So these guys, there were three of them, finally put us 2 by 2 in the room to do the audition. And we're switching parts. And guess what? There are sides. And if you people don't know what sides are just the dialogue. That's all that is. It's usually short dialogue, just so they can see what you can do. So they didn't even give us, there was no time. There wasn't even a few minutes because we're in the room already. We couldn't take the scripts with us. Sometimes if you're asked to do a cold read, you've already come in for an audition, usually there'll be sides and you've already practiced and everything else. So you'll know that audition. But if a director or producer wants to see you in a different character, they're like, here, we want to give you, maybe this would be better for you. We want to see what you can do with this. So then usually they'll give you 5 minutes or something while they're auditioning other people. They give you the sides, you go over them, and then you go in. And that's still a cold read. But this read was ridiculously cold. This was like freezing temperature cold. And it's just, for people that apparently are not very organized, these guys are not organized. I mean, to tell me to have a monologue and nobody else have a monologue, and then you have sides, and that, it's not even just me, but all of us could have given a better audition if we had time to prepare these sides. So Pano might have found out, it's like many industries, that this is kind of typical also, as far as smaller budget things, people trying to start out in that particular realm, as far as directing and producing and whatnot. And yeah, so they said, friends of mine who are in this industry said, don't be surprised. This is just unfortunately it. And it's such a shame too, because I was so geared up to do this and so excited. Obviously I didn't get it. I don't know who did. I mean, again, sometimes they're looking just for the right face, not even no matter what you did in the audition. So, but that's what it is. You're constantly putting yourself up there, putting yourself out there. It's the same thing I had to do when I was going into the porn industry, and I kept pushing myself and getting companies to shoot and promoting myself and going to the events and doing Twitter and all the social media and so it's a job. It's a job unto itself, and that even the social media stuff is a job unto itself. This now is fine, but on Twitter I used to post a pic every friggin' day, every day, and a word of the day, which I used to like. So now I have several different Facebook pages and Twitter accounts. I don't update all of them all the time quickly because there's just so much to do. But so I'm liking this idea, so now I get to talk to you kind of directly and really sort of tell you what's going on and things like that. So that was my experience with that. I'm looking for another acting class. I want to fill my time up more with classes. I had such a great class on Monday with Sarah Wallace. We had a film class, and then maybe I'll even post one of those things because it's a film class and they film you doing the role, and maybe you get to see a little bit of what it looks like. And then I did a regular class after the film class, so it's just regular scenes and everything else, and it was so great. Just had a great time, and it was a lot of fun. And yeah, I feel this is like really where I belong, and I love it. But you know, it's gonna be a struggle like every other art that I've been in. You know, I've been a fine artist and whatnot. It's constantly putting yourself out there, constantly putting your work out there. You know, people are all gonna have all kinds of opinions. Some are gonna like you, some aren't gonna like you. And with this, like the arts, it's usually only the very top 5% that actually really make any money, who are working actors all the time. Do you know what I mean? So you know, you're not having to bartend or waiter or, you know, be an accountant on the side. And you know, that I thought about that. That was very difficult to think, like, oh God, am I putting myself in this position again to pursue this in the hopes of trying to be like one of the 5%? But when I was going through this thing and I was like thinking about that, I was in a really bad mood, really bad day, and something else came up, and the universe said, you know what? Nope, you got to continue it. You got to do it. You got to do it. So I am still doing it, keeping the energy up and whatnot. Right now I'm still working on the house. I've got the drapery fabric is coming in on Sunday, so I get to sew the drapes. Yeah, I know how to do all that stuff. And if you look at my Adam Keith page, I was making throw pillows for the couch. So I'll show you the room a little bit later. I'll just give you a little peek right now. Sorry about that. I had dropped the camera. I keep forgetting it's not attached to the laptop. Anyway, so this is the room. That's the new BB Italia chair that I bought. And this one over here, which is full of laundry right now because I just emptied the laundry out, is mid-century. It's actually a very beautiful chair if you could actually see it without the laundry. So that's what we're doing here. And we're also, with the curtains, which will be on the side here, instead, the curtains will be just basically on the side. They'll only be closed if somebody's sleeping in this room. This is living room, obviously, this couch goes up into a day bed. So instead of getting more shears, I'm taking these shears down, and I'm putting film on the windows for privacy. This one is the one I'm going to use. We were testing different ones, testing the white, and this pattern is going to be on this one and this one as well for all the windows. So these will be open and exposed, giving us more light and still some privacy, because I like to walk around my house nude or in just a very small underwear. And this is Joe, my boyfriend, who just happened to come in from his training. He's a trainer, and if you want to hear more about him, just let me know. He is a really good trainer in LA. He also teaches a Phoenix Effect. And get with it. I mean, look at that. Hello.
Hey, guys.
Hello. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and please subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Ciao.